y'all, let's make dinner for that man and them kids. You know how you ask most kids what they want for dinner? They say spaghetti, tacos, pizza. Well, baby, my kids came up with pork chops, rice and gravy, cabbage, lima beans, and cornbread. They definitely got North Carolina stamped all over them. Anyway, I got some frozen lima beans, washed them out, filled the pot up with water. And I'm using water because I like to use the chicken bouillon seasoning, but you can use chicken broth instead. Add a little complete seasoning, some garlic powder, and some black pepper, and we're going to put that on the stove until it comes to a boil. While that's doing what it do, we're going to get started on our rice. Y'all know I love me some Uncle Ben's. And friend, if you want to wash it, wash it. If you don't. My mama wash it, so I'm gonna wash mine. Once I got the rice on the stove, I started on the cornbread. I sent that man to the store to go get some cornbread, y'all. He came back with 1 box of Zatarain's, 1 box of Jiffy. So I guess we having Ziffy tonight. I mixed both of them together, threw it in a bowl, baby, added a couple eggs, put some milk in there, mixed it up real good, and then I went ahead and got that sprayed that pan down, poured it in there, and I'm gonna put a little honey in mine because I'm fancy like that. We're gonna throw it in the oven, and in 15 minutes, we're gonna have cornbread. While cornbread cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our cabbage. And if you know me, you know I don't know nothing about cutting up no cabbage, okay? I don't even like doing it. I know how to take constructive criticism. However, if you don't have a cabbage cutting certificate, I will not take anything from you. And I do mean documentation and paperwork. I want to see it with my own 2 eyes. Anyway, I cut it a different way every time I do it. This time I'm just going to take the core out the middle, slice it like this, and dice it like that. If you've been here for a while, you also know that there's always a ruckus when I cook cabbage because I don't put any smoked meat in it. I prefer to add a few colorful bell peppers and some onions. Why? Because I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat smoked turkey necks and ham hocks. Now, there's nothing wrong with eating smoked turkey necks and ham hocks because I cook it for my family when they ask for it, but I want some of this cabbage tonight, so therefore we will be having veggie cabbage. Thank you. If my cabbage offends you, feel free to throw you a pig knuckle in there. You will also need some all-purpose seasoning, a little garlic powder, onion powder, a pinch of sugar, some black pepper, and a splash of vinegar, okay? Put you a lid on it and let it cook down. No water required. The cabbage will make its own liquid. By this time, our lima beans should be boiling, so we're going to get them a good mix, add a half a stick of butter, and we're just going to turn the heat low and let it simmer with a lid on it. It don't matter what type of lid, friend, as long as it fits. Got some lima beans going, and then Rakai telling me she hungry, she need an appetizer. She going to ask me, can I fry her some squash? Who asked for fried squash? So I just went ahead and seasoned it up real good, baby. We're going to add some chicken butter on there. Same thing as flour. It just got a little extra flavor in it. I deep fried the squash real quick, and then I got started on my pork chops. I washed them up, pat them dry. These are boneless pork chops because that's what that man and them kids prefer. But after I had them good and dry, I went ahead and added some mustard. And you can't taste the mustard. It's just a binder for the pork chops. Make sure you get the mustard on every piece, and then we're going to add some seasonings. I put some all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, some paprika, and some of this Kinder's garlic and herb. And yes, I'm using the chicken bread on the pork chops, baby. Same thing. We're going to drop that in some hot grease and let them go until they golden brown. We got to have some gravy for our rice, so we're going to take some of that oil from the pork chops after they fry for a little bit, and we're going to add equal parts flour. Mix it up real good, baby. I don't know how much, okay? Equal parts. Once you got that in there, add you some seasonings, and then you're going to give it a good stir. And a lot of people say you need milk, baby. You can use water for gravy. Once you mix it up and it cook down, this is what it's going to come out like. Make sure you got enough seasonings in there. You don't want it tasting just like water, looking like gravy, tasting like water. We don't want that. You can leave it here, but I like to add a little cream of chicken soup to mine, and this is what it come out looking like. And now all we got to do is plate it up, add some rice and gravy with that cabbage on the side, them lima beans and that pork chop, a thick piece of that cornbread, stick a fork in it, and call that man and them kids and tell them to come eat because dinner is served. Bye, y'all.